Hi, my name is Susan North Gilboa, and I'm the founder and director of the OurSpaceLA Artistic Spectrum of Jewish Learning Adult Arts Program. This program enables participants with special needs and unique abilities to find meaning and depth in their Jewish learning and experience it through art. With this program, they participate in Chidor Mitzvah, the beautification of ritual objects, and while staying connected to friends and community every week, through the various art experiences, participants have opportunities to express their understanding of Jewish values. Each year, our teachers, along with local professional guest artists, expose participants to new art forms and experiences that relate to a Jewish value and theme of the year. This year's theme was Be the Change That You Want to See in the World. Hayeh Hashinui, Be the Change. And more than any other year, we have all experienced change. Before we begin, I want to take this time to thank our teachers, guest artists, volunteers, and participants for sharing this year of change, and to give a special shout out to Gitai Binstak for filming and editing what you are about to see. So without further ado, we welcome you to the premiere of the OurSpaceLA 11th Annual and first Virtual Art Gallery. We hope that as you learn about and see each exhibit, you will find moments filled with beauty and joy through the chaos.
I am being the change I want to see. I am learning about things and people in the world and asking questions that can expand my mind. I think we all need to change as a person and them as a whole.
My name is Ronnie Schneor. I'm an artist. I moved to LA 9 years ago after graduating my MFA program in Tel Aviv in 2010. I've been working with the OurSpace program for the last 7 years, and it's been a big privilege and big, just like a source of happiness in my life. I'm always so amazed to see how our students are discovering new ways to express themselves and to teach us new language in a way when they are making their art. So this year theme was change, and we decided to start it and to present it with a mobile project. We thought that mobile would be a good way to start our year, because when we think about mobiles, we usually think about something that moves and changes all the time. And it's always, when you look at it, it always changes perspective. It always changes while you're looking at it. And everything like a wind or a slight movement will make a difference in the way it presents itself. We chose to use really fluid colors, really bright colors, and then we chose to attach it to a piece of wood, so add some nature motif in it. And yeah, that was a nice way to start the year. Thinking about nature, thinking about movement, and something that just makes you happy when you look at it. So I hope you will enjoy our show. I'm really proud of the things that we did this year, as I'm always proud and kind of like speechless when I see our students' work. So enjoy.
What's your name?
My name is Elena Bravano.
And how old are you?
I am 28 years old.
And how long have you participated in the arts program?
I've been a participant since it started.
Right. And what are some of the things you like about the arts program?
Painting, gluing, and listening to music.
Oh, great, great. Would you like to show us some of your work?
Yes.
Oh, that's very nice.
Hi, my name's Carrie Ungerman. I'm a visual artist, educator, and white anti-racist, and I've been working with the OurSpace folks since 2012, and I've loved my every interaction with them. And I'm going to read the rest of what I've written. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to desist from it, from Pirkei Avot. Fits well with this year's theme of what is the change you want to be in the world. This year's project, Pocket Change, is made out of metal screen, wire, and beads. The participants made a container that's a pocket, a holder for their collective ideas and aspirations for the change they want to see in our world. Those individual ideas were collected and then printed out to be put in their pockets. Everyone in the group would then have each other's aspirations. These are some of the ideas put forth with how will you change the world? By telling people, how are you? More people going to the library, caring, by reaching out to others. We can change the country by having fun. Be flexible, be respectful, be nicer, kinder, loving. Help the adults. Be generous. Buy music. I would like to change the world to buy videos. Use the power to change things around you. I can save the world by trying new places, by saving people, sharing and being careful, by saying thank you, doing the work, and glorious pies. Have a great summer.
Hey everybody, my name is Paul Verson. I'm one of the teachers at OurSpaceLA. I'm lucky enough to get to be a part of this wonderful program. This next exhibit is called Reflecting the Light of Hope into the World Stained Glass Lanterns with Samantha and Paul. The colors of the stained glass are ever changing as the candles flicker from within. When we shine our own light from within, we can create positive change as well as changing how people view us. For this experience, we were joined by volunteers from the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles for their Community Service Day. While we started this piece in a space together, they were delivered to each of the participants so that they could finish their works at home while sheltering at home.
These are my stained glass lanterns. They shine a light on the world. I shine a light by working at Gilson's and Temple Israel and being social with people. I worked on them with my mom at home. I did the painting, and she did the marker. We like doing arts and crafts together.
We've always liked doing arts and crafts together, right?
That's right.
What's on your lantern? What's the theme of your lantern?
My theme of my lantern is Frozen.
Perfect. Great.
And this one is Hawaiian.
And that one's Hawaiian. Our two favorite themes. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Danny Gipp. I enjoy making my glass lanterns because I like adding some color to the world. I hope I bring light to the world by being kind to others and by being helpful.
I'm Kenny Kipp. I painted this glass lantern. I like the light, the colors, and symbols. I hope I light the world by accepting people as they are. I want everyone to be happy.
Hi, my name is Haley Schneider. I've been volunteering with OurSpaceLA for 5 years, and something I love about the program is seeing all the beautiful artwork the participants create and all the hard work and dedication that goes into it. This project is Love Zentangle with Tammy Hafton. Tammy generated a conversation that would lead to the idea that change is created through love. First by loving yourself and then by loving others. The participants used black pens to write out the words love on a white piece of paper. Then they used Zentangle designs to fill in each letter. Finally, they were given colored pencils to fill in the blank spaces with love.
What's your name?
Arthur Ababa now,
And how old are you?
30 years old.
And how long have you been a participant at the arts program?
I have been at the art program since the beginning.
Right. What do you like to do in the arts program?
I like to do painting, drawing, and cutting.
Oh yeah. Can you show us some of your work?
Yes. This is my painting that I drew in.
Change begins with me. We use the idea of spirals to signify that our lives are ever changing. Additionally, the repercussions of our choices and decisions can change the way we affect others, which produces a rippling effect, otherwise known as change. Spirals are created from an initial source and continue to transform into various sizes, shapes, and colors and angles. We also use the idea of grading colors to signify the change in tone as we progress. We provided the participants with only primary colors of acrylic paint and asked them to create their own spiral gradients and color gradients. Spirals, with the use of the color gradients, illustrate that each of us has the ability to create change and influence change in others by our choices, actions, and decisions.
Hi, my name's Alexa and I've been volunteering with OurSpace for 6 years now, and I look forward to it every Sunday because it's such a highlight of my week. I love seeing all my friends and enjoying our time together while doing art, singing, dancing, and all types of other things.
Bringing light, change, and hope into darkness. Using scratch art, the artist chose where to bring light and color into the layers of darkness. They chose tiny dots to represent the stars in the night, as well as flowers and rainbows bursting through. Regardless the size or placement, each mark in the darkness represented a sense of hope and change.
My name is Carly. I am 23 years old. I have been in the arts program for 3 years. Here's art that I made this year: painted leaves and flowers for my walk.
The next piece is making your mark on the world with Roni. Using foam material to create an etching of nature's motif, then choosing colors from a palette, the participants proceeded to find various ways to put their own stamp on the creation. Then, using the same elements with different colors and changing their placement, they were able to see that even with the smallest of changes, they have the power to be an agent of change in this world.
I'm Zach Picard, and I'm 28 years old. I've done the arts program since it began. I've done OurSpaceLA for over 15 years. Having that these projects is so part of you, everybody.
Hi, my name is Leslie Klumek. I've been an artist all my life. As a child, I loved to draw bright and colorful abstract shapes with color pencils, markers, and crayons. As I got older and learned new techniques, I included acrylic and mixed media into my work, painting mostly on canvas. In college, I learned digital graphics and how to incorporate them into my fine art. One day, years ago, I was walking by a small store where beautiful glass artworks were being displayed, and I wondered how I could learn to make something like them. I walked in to inquire about lessons. They offered a beginner's course. I took one class, and the rest is history. I've recently shifted focus from graphic design to fine art full-time, and I've been acquiring knowledge and experimenting with creating new techniques ever since. This was my first time teaching with the OurSpace program. For this session with the students, we created fused glass vases or planters. We presented our topic of change through the evolution of sheet glass into full fused glass and then draped glass. Our artists created artwork that changed form from a flat 6x6 layering of clear and colorful pieces of glass, which was then full fused to create a more fluid and smooth piece of glass. The next step was to fire the piece again using the drape technique. This helped to evolve the glass into its final form, a small vase or planter. This small vase or planter stands beautifully on its own, or it can go on to create more change by planting live plants or filling them with fresh flowers, creating a continuous cycle of change.
And then make it 20 feet and build an arc 3 feet and that's it. I love a project to paint.
Hi, I'm Ellie Lieberman, and this past year was my first year volunteering with the OurSpaceLA Arts Program, and it was a very meaningful opportunity for me to bond with all of the participants and get to know them and just be creative and have a great time with them, and it was a really special experience.
Hi, my name is Emery Silvert and I've been with OurSpace for 2 years now. Something I love about OurSpace is having deep conversations with the participants and seeing them filled with joy when they complete a project. I will be introducing Planting Seeds for a Change, which is tree finger painting and paper cutting with Roni. This piece was created by our artists and the 7th graders from ECLC. They divided into partners in small groups and each participant had their own mark on the canvas. They began with their unique fingerprints and then worked separately and together to create unique and beautiful trees. This art experience resulted in understanding how, despite our differences, individually and together, we can create a beautiful world.
In Pirkei Avot, it says, "Who is wise? One who learns from everybody else around them." That's exactly what happened when the 7th graders from the ECLC this year and the OurSpace participants got together to do an art project. And they got together and not just did art, but got together and became friends and interacted with each other and spent time with each other and really enjoyed each other's company. As the 7th grade ECLC teacher, I was overwhelmed with positive emotion to see these two groups of people, kids, adults, get together, even though they were different ages and different backgrounds and different abilities. They came together as one, and it was really just a beautiful thing to watch. And the best part was when my 7th graders came back after the project and told me that this was the best part of their entire Hebrew school year and how meaningful it was. That just warmed my heart. I welcome this wonderful project, the tree project that we did with the OurSpace participants.
My name is Danny Kip. I am 24 years old. I have been a participant in the arts program for 5 years. I love my OurSpace Arts program because we learn all sorts of new art techniques, even though I'm happy to see my friends when we Zoom. I can't wait to be with them again for real when classes start up again. I'm particularly proud of these pieces I made.
In this next exhibit, our participants created designer reusable cloth bags with Roni. Help us to save our planet. If each of us makes a small change, it can have a ripple effect. Together, we can help to save our environment and our planet. As Mother Teresa said, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples.
Hi everyone, I'm Eva Hyam and I'm an abstract artist, and I've also worked in the entertainment industry as an art director for over 25, almost 30 years. The way that I found out about the Artistic Spectrum program was when an article came out about 10 years ago, and I was fascinated by the idea. And I called Susan and I asked her if I can be a part of this program, and she gave me the green light, and I've been volunteering ever since. Every year there's a different topic, and this year the topic is Be the Change That You Want in the World. And what I decided to do was to work on the small change that can make big differences, which is observed through the art making process. So we did a printmaking project where the students were given foam, pencils, and dowel sticks, and they came up with an abstract design of their own, and they debossed it onto the foam surface. Then they went ahead and painted the foam and superimposed it on black paper. So this is white paint over black paper. Then they came up with a new design, which is a little bit different than the first one. And this is black paint over white paper. And we decided to put them side by side so they can see not only is there change in a design from one design to the next, which is a subtle change, but there's also change when you add different color and how the design changes along those lines. A few of the students also decided to work on a design using colored inks superimposed on colored paper, and that was a wonderful effect as well. I just want to say thank you very much to Susan for her complete enthusiasm. Every year her enthusiasm is contagious. When we try to work together on coming up with projects. Also the wonderful teachers who are teaching every Sunday with the groups, exceptional in every regard, and the wonderful volunteers who are so loyal and really care about every student that is there. And most of all, I want to just say thank you to the wonderful students in the program. It's been such a true joy to work with all of you. To see how you express yourself, how you immerse yourself in each project is just so lovely, and how every individual comes up with their own view and their own expression of a project. It brings me so much joy to be with all of you, and I am so grateful to have the opportunity to work with all of you. So thank you very much.
My name is David Ventura. I am 29 years old. I have been a participant in the arts program for 10 years.
Hi, my name is Laura Klumek. I'm an artist and a Jewish educator. I started my studies and my career in performing arts, acting, singing, and dancing. Next, I went to culinary school and pursued my passion to nourish and create beautiful and delicious food as a professional chef and a culinary artist. The visual arts, especially painting, began for me as more of a deeply personal introspection and expression of my emotions. My journey as a painter began as a healing tool and meditation, but I grew and I began to share my life through colors and symbols. Everything I live, learn, and teach inspires me to create. My work as a Jewish educator has allowed me to use all of my art and passion as a venue for teaching. I've worked with the OurSpace program and the participants of the art class for more than 10 years as a teacher and as a guest artist. The students, teachers, and volunteers through the years have brought me joy, rewarding challenges, and endless inspiration. I'm grateful for all I've learned and the meaningful experiences I've shared with students and their families and all those involved with helping this program thrive. This year, the title of the piece we created together is Inviting Immersion and Inspiring Change. This is an abstract painting with acrylic on canvas. Through a guided meditation inviting change, the artists reflected on prompted words, stories, music, prayers, physical movement, and momentum. Visualizing and creating a constant flow of colorful change on the canvas before them was the creative task, without a notion or sample depicting the final outcome. We explored the idea and concept of beginnings from biblical creation, working through nature's elements, the seasons, rituals, and the evolution in life created with choices, emotions, time, visioning, and action. Each artist began with a blank canvas, paint, and a variety of non-traditional tools to promote the playful, visceral, and tactile approach, along with suggestions for application throughout the meditation. We used paintbrushes and pencils occasionally, but more creativity and composition came from using random tools like chopsticks, plastic cutlery, straws, spray bottles, cups, nets, cardboard, pieces of foil, and even bubble wrap. Each prop we chose to paint with immediately offered an opportunity for a change in the emotional and physical application, to move and flow with a new energy, direction, or shape, which inevitably inspired conscious and thoughtful choices to continually alter the dynamic of our abstract but instinctive and meaningful expressions of change. Transferring the colors was a symbolic statement and a personal story of sensory experience for each artist. Each creation is as unique as our individuality and tells the story of the change we invite, we welcome, and the change that we inspire in others.
Hi, I'm Kenny Kip. I'm 24 years old. I've been in the arts program for 5 years. I love to create, especially painting. I made this glass plate and painting. I enjoy being with my friends during our space arts program. But since we have to Zoom at home, we now have our own art studio in the garage that I share with my brother.
Hello everyone, my name is Daphne Gilboa. I'm an artist and a teacher and forever a student. Like all of you, I'm enjoying seeing your artwork. It is a pleasure to teach every year and to see your growing confidence in what you do. You should be proud of all your achievements. I'm an artist myself, and I really appreciate your freedom of expression. You surprise me every time. In art, we have the freedom to change what we see. Changing the world is what we do every day. I believe that art has power. I choose to paint beautiful and strong art and hope that it will fill the world with positive thoughts and feelings. God made beautiful flowers in beautiful colors, and because it is done in such perfection, I don't even try to repeat it. So I brought to class black and white references of flowers. I wanted the student to approach it graphically and not to copy what they see. We spoke about shapes and how they relate to the whole page. We made small drawing on paper as a study. The student drew a rectangular shape to define the space, and in it they drew the flower touching the edge of the frame. By doing that, the students were able to shift their mind from the likeliness of the flower and were able to approach the subject and its relation to the space. After that, they transferred it into a canvas and painted it in their own choice of colors. I think they did a great job, don't you think? Stay healthy, everyone.
Life happens while you are making other plans. In March 2020, we began sheltering at home. And as Daphne Gilboa said, despite limitations, each of us has the ability to find our own way to make changes happen. So we quickly moved on to Zoom and continued to create art during our Zoom sessions. Here's the first one that was introduced to our participants.
Next is Finding Life and Beauty Within the Chaos with Roni. During a Zooming art session, using circular motions and not lifting their pencils, the artists were asked to scribble all over the large pieces of drawing paper. They created a feeling of chaos, disorder, disarray, and confusion. These were all the feelings expressed by participants as they were being asked to shelter at home. After sharing the disorder and chaos that was scribbled onto their papers, they were asked to look deep into the chaos of others and to find shapes that represented living things. It was then that the artists found shapes of fish, animals, trees, flowers, people's faces, hands, etc. As they found life within the chaos, they were asked to outline them with markers and to fill those shapes with color. While challenging for many, when they looked deeply into the chaos, they were still able to find life and beautiful things that still fill our lives.
I was surprised to find this goose in my squiggle drawing. Sometimes things hide in plain sight.
I didn't know I would find anything in my squiggle drawing. Then I saw this fish, like the koi fish at the Descanso Gardens. I made this one. See the duck?
Muralism was part of Valley Beth Shalom's Mitzvah Day celebration.
And we try to encourage those around to paint and draw something to add to the collective mural that we would be putting together out of all these. It's also nice to hang out with the people.
We're really grateful to Valley Beth Shalom for letting us be a part of that. And again, it's part of our mission to connect people in the community. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? Through art, we are connecting people to the community. Be the change.
Be the change.
hope that you have enjoyed seeing the beautiful and meaningful art created by our participants, as well as the depth of their understanding and creativity. If you enjoyed this virtual art gallery, please share it with family and friends. In addition, we hope that you will consider making a donation to the OurSpaceLA programs so that many more children, teens, and adults with special needs and unique abilities will have a space to learn, socialize, share their talents, make friends, and create community.
What else have you done?
And this is the painting of my mom and my dad.
Really?
And I did the Mona Lisa.
Oh, you did that also?
Yeah.
Nice.
Aniyata nishane et haolam. Aniyata azavo ufar kulam. Amru et zekodem lefanai lo nishane. Aniyata nishane et haolam.
You and I will change the world.
You and I and the others will follow.
It was already said before, it doesn't matter.
You and I
will change
the world.
Aniyata nishane et haolam. Aniyata asyavo ufar kulam. Amru et zekodem lefanai lo nishane. Aniyata nishane